Chapter 39. Do not touch my leeks. Buddy, don't look for the aura of mid-level servants anymore but high-level servants, instead. He caressed the cub. Having used its skills for a whole day, it was also feeling very tired. This was despite the cub not using combat skills. The energy consumption of forest's rhythm and vegetation sensing were not small, after all. Howl Tilda the cub nodded without complaint. This was the competition it had signed up for. Also, it had to fight for small money. Since they had to get to the top of the mountain at 10 a.m. tomorrow, all the participants were heading upward, which led to a greater probability of meeting others. At this time, Su Bai, Chen Roshue, and the others were already halfway up the mountain, so they might easily bump into other contestants. About 2 hours later, when it was getting dark, the cub suddenly raised its head and pointed in a direction in surprise. Howl Tilda the aura of 2 high-level servants, and they're approaching Zhongsan's group? Very good. Our opportunity is coming. Let's prepare. Su Bai was slightly surprised. They had detected a lot of mid-level servants along the way. Finally, they had detected high-level servants. Their group did not even need Little Devil to lure them out. He poured jade potion and fed it to his pet. Chen Roshue added spiritual power to Xiao Bai's food, too. They exchanged glances and then moved forward quietly. The two of them had practiced the specific battle tactics many times. It's the twin sisters from 3rd middle school. The battle might be a little difficult. Let's get ready. Chen Roshue said solemnly. Ahead of them, the twins had already encountered Zhongsan and Li Sai. Very good. It seems you've obtained a lot of number tags. Hand them over. Your attribute levels are restrained. You can't beat us. Dream on. You really think you've won already? Zhongsan sneered and immediately shouted, Snake Lizard, Poison Fire, Flower Pool Devil, Ground Thorn. There was no way that the two boys would admit defeat so easily. However, both of them knew that it would be difficult to win when their pets' attributes were restrained along with the ranks. Hence, they had to use suppression methods as soon as they started. 2 jets of purple and black flames attacked the pair of triangle starfishes. At the same time, the ground under them shook as sharp thorns shot forth toward them. Triangle starfish, jump up and use vortex. The 2 starfishes jumped back 2 steps. As high-level slaves, their reaction speed was faster, so they managed to dodge in time. They only suffered minor injuries and were not stabbed. 2 streams of water then appeared out of thin air, forming a vertical vortex that absorbed all the poison fire which was being ejected. F***CK. We can't beat them. Run. After giving it a try, Zhongsan hollered and ran. Water arrow. Ice freeze. Following the twin girls' orders, one of the triangle starfishes spit out several water arrows toward Snake Lizard. The other triangle starfish used ice freeze to turn these arrows into icicles before increasing their power. Feeling the cold breeze on the back of his neck, Zhongsan hurriedly said, Snake Lizard, Tail Dock. Li Sai, get ready. Hiss. Facing 2 high-level monsters attacking together, Snake Lizard suddenly turned around and flicked its tail. The broken half of its tail flew out and served as a stand-in to absorb the attacks. This was a characteristic of Snake Lizard, Tail Dock. Its tail could be used as a substitute to resist an attack. The tail must be regrown to be used again, which usually took about 5 days. Flower Pool Devil, Slough Cannonball. The twins did not expect these countermoves from their opponents and really thought that the battle was about to end. The joint attack of water arrows enveloped by ice was too terrifying. Triangle Starfish, get away and use dive. One twin's pet was slower by a second and failed to dive, so it was bombarded by a foul-smelling slough cannonball. The aquamarine starfish instantly turned black. Poison flames. At the same time, Snake Lizard, which had been prepared for a long time, directly summoned its full strength and used the enhanced version of poison fire. Triangle starfish, vortex. In the panic, unformed eddy currents collided with the poisonous flames. This time, the latter won, and the water flow was directly evaporated. Violent flames sprayed onto the 2 triangle starfishes. With a slam, they fell to the ground, fried black. Fine. Triangle starfish, use water heal. The twins' faces were very dark. Caught off guard by the tail dock characteristic, they suffered a big loss this time. However, because of the attribute restraint, the attacks were not enough to make their pets lose their combat effectiveness. They forced their pets to activate their characteristic, Water Heal. Water Heal started and wrapped their wounds in transparent water, making the flame burns recover quickly. However, the toxin in the flame attack was a little difficult to handle. Catch up and target Flower Pool Devil first. They have no other means. The two finally understood the disgusting abilities of a support and decided to deal with the support first. Although Jong-san and the two had run away immediately after that exchange, their pets' energies were severely depleted, and their speed was not fast, so the twins caught up with them quickly. At the end of this battle, the live broadcast rooms were flooded with comments, and the rostrum was also making comments. Now that the Leeks Jong-san and Lee Sai had been cut, the Leek cutters Su Bai and Chen Roshua must stand up. Another battle was about to break out. Many felt that this pair was making wedding dresses for others. Even if the two high-level servants were injured and most of their spiritual power had been consumed, they still had a great advantage against mid-level servants. Ding ding! A frostbolt plunged into Flower Pool Devil, freezing it into a popsicle. Seriously injured, it lost its combat effectiveness. Ice Arrow. Ice Freeze. The other wave of attacks hit Snake Lizard this time. Snake Lizard, dodge. Jong-san still wanted to struggle even in the face of peril, but his pet was now exhausted after 30 battles in one day. Furthermore, the continuous high-intensity combat caused Snake Lizard to lose its physical and spiritual power, so even though it dodged, it was still hit by the ice bolt. Finally, the spirit expended its last fighting strength. Yes, it's finally been defeated. This was quite the difficult battle. The twins high-fived each other happily. No, the battle is far from over. At this moment, Su Bai and Chen Roshua came out of hiding. These two are leeks we've raised for the whole day. Even if you want to cut them, you'll have to ask our opinion first. Jong-san, he was the first to react upon hearing this. He had long felt that the battles they had experienced today were a little more than normal, and many of them had come inexplicably. In the end, his team had been raised by someone like Leeks, and the people raising them were the ones he had mocked earlier today. Why were they so vengeful? Leeks, are you too worthy? Jong-san mocked. You really overestimate yourself. Haha. 2 more fishies slipped through the net. You want to catch them? What a joke. The twins laughed. 2 contestants with mid-level servants dared to pick up Leeks. They really found it ridiculous. Triangle Starfish, Water Arrow. Let them know that, even in this state, we aren't people they can provoke, especially with only 2 mid-level servant. Following their orders, the 2 Triangle Starfishes quickly condensed several water arrows and shot them toward Little Devil and Purple Jade.